All right, for those of you who are looking at this and wondering what's going on, the idea here is to play Torpor Orb or Honor Guard or Hushwing Gryff to turn off enter the battlefield effects, and then play Eater of the Days, Dust Elemental, or Hunted Lammasu to put giant flying creatures into play and beat our opponent to death with them. What do I consider the meaning of various tiers? How popular they are? I think just based on popularity is the best way to do it. Like, you could do arbitrary discussions about power level, but again, like, the lack of data accessibility in Magic makes it impossible to objectively measure how powerful decks are. All right, we got 2 Torpor Orbs, let's go. What I think is the best company deck in Modern. I think if you're playing a green creature deck in Modern, especially with Collected Company, and you're not putting a combo in your deck, you're probably doing it wrong. I don't think any of the fair creature mid-range decks in Modern that don't have like black 1-mana discard in them are good enough or powerful enough on their own to warrant not playing a combo in them to allow you to steal some wins. I mean, Saffron Olive's been streaming, you know, decks every week for years, right? Like, he's probably touched every archetype in Modern at some point. That's why, like, whenever I see people bickering about, like, someone getting credit for building a deck, it's like, believe it or not, even in a format like Modern, there's only a finite number of playable cards. So just because you built the deck with some cards probably doesn't mean you were the first person to ever work on that deck. So there's a very good chance that someone else came to the same conclusions you did on their own. Basic Plains. Okay, Mox Amber, sure. Thalia, sure. Dust Elemental, Big Dusty. Dick's out for Dusty. Oh, yeah. Gonna get him. Gonna get him. Who's ready to get him, chat? Who's ready to get him? Who's ready to get him? Gonna get you drunk. Get you love drunk. Off Dusty's hump. His hump. His lovely beer. Unzips. Dusty's gonna get him. Arrgh. This is the Read Dusty long pause. That's what this is. Speaking as someone who's put a lot of cards like Dusty on the stack, this is the Read Dusty long pause. Golden Oreo Mini with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. And there's a lot of excellent people streaming on Twitch right now, so I appreciate you choosing to put your Amazon money towards my channel this month. Flying Fear Flash. Just every F keyword you could ever want is present on Dusty. Ooh. Ooh. This is my 5/5 flyer. I think I'd rather cycle this than get in 1 point of damage here. Flanking, sir. Look, he has lots of F keywords, okay? It doesn't have all of them, he just has most of them, okay? I suppose you're correct that Dusty's missing a keyword or two. Dusty's just doing his best in a tough world, chat, and you're just ganging up on him because he doesn't have all the F keywords, just has most of the F keywords. What about Frample? Doesn't he Frample? What do you mean he doesn't Frample? Ooh, found a piece of candy, chat. Oh no. Oh no, my candy fell on the ground. Oh, I was so excited about our candy, chat, and then our candy just fell all over the ground. All right, so this hits them for 6, down to 13. I get to flash this in, and then Gavony Township lets me hit for 7, 8, 9 next turn. So we're winning this race pretty well here. Frample sounds like the trample of Hoaglandia. Down to 9. Winning this race so far. You are inspecting Thraben, opponent. Bramaz, King of the Oreos. Oreo Kitty in the house. That's rude, opponent. I kind of wanted to use that. French dressing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hit them for 7 here. Hey, RQR Master X. Thank you for the 27-month resubscription. That's ridiculous. Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. I think we're evolving here. I think we're going to evolve this Hushwing Gryff into an Eater of Days. Is Modern a meme format? Everything here is a meme format. Oh, Eater can't block. Crap. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, geez, I forgot about Thalia. I forgot Eater was going to trip on his way into play there. Maybe that was loose. We're dead to a Path to Exile now. We have them dead on board with 2 different things, though. At least I did figure out not to play the birds. I did get that far at least. They've already played 1 path, so like maybe we're good here. Thalia is a bully. I agree. Just pushing my poor little Eater of Days around. He's just a hungry boy. He didn't even get to eat any turns. Torpor Orb made him late for dinner. I would like to block, opponent. I would like to block. Am I allowed to block? This one right here. They could have Lad Shad here and then we don't win the game anymore. Lad Shad plus on Eater of Days means we only get to hit them to 1. Try a different web browser, Jade. You can also type exclamation point deck in chat to get a link. If you're using Chrome, try Firefox. If you're using Firefox, try Chrome. If you're using something that's not Chrome or Firefox, uninstall it and pick your favorite between Chrome or Firefox. So Settle the Wreckage is just A+ here, right? Just like very, very good. Is Spellskite worth playing? I wonder if Spellskite is worth boarding in. Netscape Navigator. A Distinction 13 with the brand new Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate that. Thank you, and welcome. You like Sahali? I guess it just blocks, right? I kind of want the Spellskite as just like an 0-4 that blocks on the ground. I'm gonna stand up for a little bit too. Enjoy the ride up, chat. Oh. Sahali does protect our hungry boys. Yeah, Skite's good for eating Path as well. Do I want to just trim Voice? What if I trim Voice in an Eldritch Evolution? I'm gonna do that. Eldritch Evolution's a little clunky since they have Thalias and stuff. This hand's really slow, right? Just gonna mulligan this. It doesn't have both of our combo pieces, and it doesn't have an accelerant in it. This has an accelerant and a Torpor Orb, so I would like to bottom that. It's Dusty. It's Dusty. You're on game 2, Nivik. We're up a game. Oh no! Oh no! Not a poopy bear. Stop it, opponent. Stop it. Even when we're playing a 2 artifact combo deck, we find a way to be playing a green creature deck. It's all about the details, right? I was born a Netscape Navigator, and I'll die a Netscape. We really want them to play a 3-drop here, so that way I can end step Hushwing Gryff and untap and Dusty them. No blocks. Grizzly Bear connects. I guess if they wasteland us, it's not like the biggest deal since we drew another land here. That's a Leonin Arbiter, yep. My opponent's playing Death and Taxes. There's like a 0% chance they can resist wastelanding us here. Ooh, are you gonna prove me wrong, opponent? Are you gonna resist wastelanding me? I've met your kind before. I know what your plan is. I know your MO. Can never resist. Good job wastelanding the Birds of Paradise deck, opponent. A+. Dusty is coming for you, and he's hangry, opponent. He's hankering to gobble up some little angry cat Jesuses. Jesus, what's the plural for Jesus? This is fun. Computers are bad. Thank you very much for the bits. Oh no, so many cats. And we have here what you are witnessing. In case people were unaware, we are currently playing a combo deck. This is a combo deck. So Obstinate Baloth combos with Torpor Orb. For those of you that are unaware of the deck that we are currently playing, it is a combo deck. It is an Obstinate Baloth Torpor Orb combo deck. Do you have a path for Dusty? Or is he gonna give it to you? Gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. We're cashing in a 2/2, huh? Cashing them in. Beep 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 beep. Alright, so we can't deal lethal this turn, so we're just gonna go to attack for 8 here. Big old D money. D money in his house. I'm gonna hold up Path to Exile here, I think. Tapped 4/4 with no other text. Go. No, I want Birds of Paradise to have the option to chump block next turn. I want Birds of Paradise to have the option to chump block. It's a good rate. 4 mana 4/4. It's a good rate. This is game 2. We are up a game. So far, I'm not gonna claim that we've broken Modern, chat, but all I'm going to say is that so far, all results indicate that this deck is literally unbeatable. I'm just saying, I don't want anybody to freak out, but so far, my testing indicates that this deck is literally unbeatable. So if you want to get your Dusties now, before the finance community spikes, I would recommend going to CoolStuffInc.com and buying Dust Elementals. Using code Jeff5, you can save 5% on them there. Mutavault does not get around fear because Magic is intuitive and easy to understand. Just TCG cards, Doomfish, so it doesn't work for board games. On MTGO, you get it from MTGO Traders. 5% of 0.01. I'm gonna block this, but I'm gonna path it before damage. Because I would like my bird to live. Live, darn it, live! They're only 40 cents. So you can save 5% of $1.60. Let me tell you about this deal. You can save 5% on $1.60. $5 for foil. Now there's a steal. There's a steal. $5 foil Dust Elementals. Big old Dusty D. Gonna get in there. Gonna give it to you. Oh, look at that. Look at that. They played a 3-1 with no text box. Am I dead on the backswing here? I go to 6. I only take 4 on the backswing. So yeah, so I'm gonna attack like this, right? They're obligated to block Baloth and Dust Elemental because of Gavony Township. Oh, they can't block. It's got fear. Dusty's got fear. Arrgh, he's so scurry. Look how scurry he is. Look at how scurry he is. He's so scurry. Get him. Get him. Arrgh. Hope everybody's enjoying hanging out, playing some Modern Magic the Gathering here. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer, memer, content producer here on Twitch. If you are enjoying my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the reason I'm able to do what I do as often as I do it. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors, mtgotraders.com. We'd love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, binders, and bags with them. Cardsphere.com. We'd love to help you turn your Magic cards into other Magic cards or cash directly with other players. There's no haggling. They just take a 1% fee off the top. And finally, this stream is made possible by viewers like Anaronix, Justin, Nivik, and you. At the very least, please make sure you hit that follow button if you're new here and enjoying the content. Following the stream doesn't cost you anything and it lets you know when I go live and with what. I always try and put the names of the decks I'm going to be playing on a given day in the stream title, so that way when I go live, you can kind of get a feel for what I'm going to be playing on a given day. And if you think a deck sounds sweet and you can't catch it live, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. All of my streams get archived there, and I break them up just by deck and by matchup, so you can watch just the stuff that you care about. Ivan Brito, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. And there's a lot of excellent people streaming on Twitch right now, and I appreciate you choosing to put your Prime towards my channel this month. If you're one of the many people in the world who has Amazon Prime, you get Twitch Prime included with that for free if you just link your Amazon to your Twitch account. And then you could do like Ivan Brito there and subscribe to my channel or any content producer's channel every single month. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it supports that content producer the same as a $4.99 a month subscription. I mean, we could always play Vial Smasher on Magic Online. That was never a problem. That seems okay, like nothing particularly exciting, but like just fine, right? Voice of Resurgence against Celestial Colonnade, sign me up. You will never see limited on my channel here. We're gonna play Pauper on occasion and Legacy, and we might dip our toe into Brawl if they fix the format a little bit, but I think by and large we play mostly Modern here. Yes, definitely. If you don't like me or don't want to support my content, you should go give your Twitch Prime to someone. Go find a streamer on Twitch that's working hard and putting out lots of content that you enjoy, and make sure you give your Amazon Prime to them. You're not getting anything extra back by holding it up. So you have to remember that Magic Online is generally more competitive than a lot of the more casual places you could play a format like Brawl. And the Brawl challenge last week had 17 of the same archetype in the 32. There's a reason I'm saying yes to Brawl and not regular Commander. Well, regular Commander is 100 cards, and I think regular Commander, the way the ban list is managed and what cards are legal, I think is a little bit obnoxious. Do the same amount for a regular or Twitch sub? You mean the Twitch Prime sub? So Twitch Prime subs on my end give me the exact same amount of actual dollars as a $4.99 a month subscription does. So they're exactly the same to me. I think I'm gonna path this, actually. I wish that they would make Brawl or Commander like best of 3. I'm not a huge fan of the best of 1 format either, but the format seems neat. Big D money's in the house. I'm gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. This matchup's probably really bad for us, right? We just like have a bunch of cards that they get to kill. Ooh, hey there, Be Rich. Speaking of subscriptions, thank you very much for the 4 months. I do appreciate that. Thanks for helping me continue to do what I do here. No, after I spent some time playing Eternal again, I remembered why I stopped playing Eternal. And it's actually related to what we just talked about with Hearthstone, or not Hearthstone, with Commander. The fact that Eternal takes a Magic-like game and their primary form of gameplay is best of 1 is really unenjoyable to me. I'm also not a big fan of Eternal's mulligan system. It's really lazy, and it makes for a lot of non-game still. I flashed, that's a good question. So I played the Elemental on my turn because I wanted to play around my opponent having something like Cryptic Command or Mana Leak or Cryptic Command, Mana Leak, or Logic not there. They only had a single piece of mana up there. So by playing it while my opponent was tapped out, I'm able to play around more answers they could possibly have for this. Now they have to have specifically Path to Exile to take this off the table. Remember, just because your cards are instants doesn't mean you have to play them on your opponent's turn. Yeah, Hex's opening hand algorithm is so elegant and clean. It's very well done. It's definitely one of the things Hex sets out of the park. Howdy, wife.
Hi, babe. Love you.
Love you too. Is this a verdict? Are we verdicting? Oh no! Oh no! They're gonna sculpt our minds, chat! No! Don't do it! No, Dusty, you are the chosen one. You're supposed to go the distance, Dusty. And instead, your mind has been sculpted. Why is the Hex Dex Builder and Auction House so shitty? That is a question people have been asking Hex since I started playing the game. The Hex Deck Builder and Auction House are rancidly bad. And there are a lot of little things they could have done to make both of them better, and they just never happened in the 2 years I was playing the game. Since they started the game, yep. Yeah, the thing I find most offensive about the Hex Deck Builder is that the fact that it doesn't have an import or export to text is so obnoxious. Like, it's such a simple feature that the fact that their editor doesn't have it is like really obnoxious. Like, that should take any reasonable programmer half an hour to do, and it should just be done. Just why can't I import and export from text in that game? Yeah, honestly, Rolf, they are one of the best games I've ever played, especially in terms of standard formats, and just the fact that all the details are so messed up just like removes the desire to play it. Are we chumping this Jace the Mind Sculptor? So the symbols they're kind of generic, right? I thought about changing them, but like they're just shapes basically with colors, so they're not super specific to Hex. Since I'm not an adult and don't own any big boy pants, does that mean? No, it does not. First and only warning. I'm hoping that their build with Restoration Angel here doesn't have Supreme Verdict in it. I just want to get more threats into play to play around Counter Magic, because they definitely have Counter Magic in their deck, but there's a non-zero chance that they're not playing Supreme Verdict in their more creature-based Jeskai deck, at least in the main deck. So I'm choosing to not play around Supreme Verdicts. I think there's a chance they don't have it. I never said I was making more money from Hex. In fact, you could probably argue that streaming Hex cost me a bunch of money, because I make significantly more streaming Magic than I streamed Hex. I was streaming Hex because I enjoyed playing the game. That was why I was streaming Hex. I was not paid to play Hex. I had a sponsorship deal with a store that sold Hex cards, just like I have a sponsorship deal with stores that sell Magic cards. Why are we doing this? Do you have another one? It seems that was a loose helix, right? It was a loose helix. Hey, JMD, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. You know, there's a lot of excellent people streaming on Twitch right now, so I appreciate you choosing to support my content this month. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, Kiki Jiki doesn't matter, right? We have Torpor Orb in play. Opponent playing a bunch of vanilla creatures, right? They're not at 2 cards in their hand. Giant flying creatures are kind of decent in Modern. I mean, I have faith that our deck will 3-2 because this is modern. Every deck's a 3-2 deck here. It's another resto. This card is super evasive. Look at that face too. He knows he's evasive. He knows he's coming for you. He's like, I'm gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. They could Cryptic. They do have Kiki Jiki in their deck. God, how bad does that have to feel? Just like playing Kiki combo, run into idiot playing just mono Torpor Orbs in their deck. I put Kiki combo in my Jeskai deck, and I ran into someone that was doing terrible things to people. I wonder if they know this has fear. There's no way. They're like, I think they're trying to block here and realizing they can't. Dusty gon' give it to you. Gon' give it to you. No, don't have a path. No, Dusty. Dusty. Poor Dusty. He's just trying his best. He's just a big innocent dust monster trying to get by in the world. I am going to Louisville. I am in fact planning to go to the Louisville Open. Alright, I'm probably just supposed to end step double Hushwing Gryff here, right? Just like untap and then Township and try and kill them. I think Dusty's a reasonable card. Yes, there is a Torpor Orb in the sideboard of the blue-red prison deck. You know what? I think I can beat a sweeper here. I'm just going to leave these in my hand and just keep townshipping, I think. Go to Louisville dressed as Dusty. I say they need to block all of these, right? I think I was going to pass the turn here. I think I'd rather not play out Voice. I got plenty of lethal threats here. The old Dusty Trail. Oh no, not a 2-1 for no value. Nice 0-4. So we're going to animate Celestial Colonnade here. It turns out Torpor Orb is really good. Torpor Orb is really good. It's like random hate deck card. If WotC unbanned Splinter Twin, this is the deck that moves to the top of the metagame. This is level 1 will be Splinter Twin and level 2 will be Big Dusty and his orbs. Big Dusty in the balls is gonna give it to him. Oh, this is excellent. Alright, what am I doing here? Spellskite's probably okay here. Eidolon might be okay. These Eldritch Evolutions are pretty rancid, right? Spellskite sounds good for protecting my dorks. Maybe there should be a bunch of selfless spirits in my deck. Maybe that's what's supposed to happen. Maybe there should be a bunch of selfless spirits in my deck. Big Dusty and his orbs, tier 1 confirmed. I think I'm just boarding in these 3 cards. I wish I had an anti-sweeper card in my 75, but at least some of these Path to Exiles are kind of bad, actually. I guess they have Resto in a combo. I mean, this hand is great. It's got Big D in his orbs. Got Big D and the orbs. Is this a potential Louisville list? This is not a potential Louisville list, believe it or not. Would you consider playing this at I am not considering this playing. Teague's not a bad idea. I like, D-Money. D-Money, go to Rock the His House. I'm gonna lead on Voice here. It feels like they're holding a counterspell. Voice is also really good against removal. I just want to dress up as Dusty with big orbs. He's a Dusty and his orbs are huge. Well, I mean, if we 5-0, I can't play this in Louisville. Because if we 5-0, the technology will be out. And then I just can't play it if it's not a surprise, chat. Wouldn't this be a Hogland stream without a ridiculous meme Coco deck? What's going on, Squishy? Thanks for the 21-month resubscription there. I do appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. All right. You ate my elemental. Let's see if they have a path for Dusty. What does Monument do? What problem are you solving by adding Monument to the deck? God, this card is so good. This isn't even the reason we're playing. We just haven't drawn Eater of Days. What if I put a second Dust Elemental into play? How do we feel about that one? Yeah, buddy. La da 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 da. I'm gonna run the no blocks here, right? I don't want to trade this for Resto plus a burn spell. There's a Wrath. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's a good draw. Maybe I should have blocked. I kind of smelled like a Wrath. They didn't attack the previous turn and they had it. We have a lot of like must path threats in this deck, which is sweet. What do I want to do here? I think I just attack them for 5 and then probably cycle a Canopy and see what we get. I wanted to play around Cryptic Command, chat. Yep. So again, the reason to sequence the way I did was to play around Cryptic Command. I guess I could have done that in response. Am I going all in here? Yeah, I'm not going to play around a second Wrath. Let's just ship it. It's tough to read, Shannon, because, like, playing like they have Cryptic could also just be playing like they have Restoration Angel. So it's, like, it's tough to really distinguish, like, which of the two things is actually occurring, I think. We're 1-0 and we're up a game in the second match. This is game 2. Okay, yep. Yeah, correct. Snap Wrath is not an option. Sure. You're not quite dead on board now, right? They're only taking 8, 9. This adds 2. I'll crack them for 11 here. See if we're going to trade this with the Noble or gain 5. And trade with the Noble. Okay, going to 4 here. So that means they don't have a Wrath in their hand. I think they're supposed to chump the Elemental and probably draw to a Wrath here, just like have the higher health total. That's a big girl. That's a big girl. Oh, geez, she destroys my stuff. That's rude. Am I gonna cycle this? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Who's hungry, chat? Who's hungry? Ring the dinner bell. Eater of Days is here. Are we done here? Are we done? Is we going gobble you up? You thought Dusty was scary. You didn't realize his big brother was coming. You didn't realize his big brother was coming. I could eat for days. Ugh. All right. Am I supposed to play around Settle the Wreckage here? I think so. So this is going to attack for 11 with this, 12 off of this. So, yeah, I'm going to attack with just Eater here. Remand. Okay. GG's opponent. Gavony Township, Mana Dorks, big, evasive, flying threats, confirmed reasonable. Flying Frample. Gonna Frample him up. The Leviathans are here and they are coming for you. We're 4-0-2-0. Haven't lost a game. I'm not gonna claim that we might have broke it, chat, but all signs are indicating that our deck is currently unbeatable. So again, get your Dust Elementals in your Eater of Days before the finance community finds out. I mean, like, we have a clock, right? We have a clock and a plan. Thought we were gonna O3. Well, I'm glad we didn't, Nivik. So, Nivik sent in a donation for me to play Torpor in either of the days, and he sent an idea that was different from this, and I kind of cleaned it up and like stuck to this core idea while cleaning it up. So this was basically Nivik sent me a deck building requirement, and then I built accordingly to the most competitive that I felt I could build it. Secret modern technology bits. Dusty is great. Tarmogoofy, Platinum Empyrean. 1, he's not Dusty. And 2, he doesn't have flying and fear. Doesn't have flying and fear. Jim with the host. Welcome to folks coming over from Jim's channel. We're hanging out, playing some Torpor Eater of Days. So this hand doesn't have a Torpor Orb in it, but we can evolve one of these into a Torpor Orb. So we're doing okay here. We're doing okay. Oh, I should probably have had a Qasali in my sideboard, right? The lack of a Qasali here is a mistake. I have Settle the Wreckage, but the lack of a Qasali is a mistake. Ooh, ooh, found a piece of candy, chat. Found a piece of candy. This shoestring that's been sitting on my desk is such a great thing to play with while I sit here. I'm a fidgeter, so when I sit, I need to play with something. Being said, these decks are running long today. I'm not sure that we're going to get to all 5 decks that I put on the queue today. I think we're going to be too slow on the draw here. The first deck was just kind of hairy. That league took well over 2 hours. Gosh. If only we'd been on the play. We're taking 3, 4, 5, 6 next turn, and then 7, 8. I don't look at deck lists while I'm streaming. Feel free to link me something, I'll look at it after the stream. Calvin Coolidge with the brand new subscription. Thank you very much, I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support my content here, so I really do appreciate that. I believe this turns off modular. I don't actually know the answer. Let's find out. It might not. Rats. We're gonna lose our perfect record, chat. We're gonna lose our perfect record. All right. We have some tools here. We have some tools. This is an Eldritch out matchup, maybe? Yeah, without a Qasali, Eldritch Evolution probably isn't good enough. Let's do this. This Baloth should probably be a Qasali. This hand's pretty good. Hand's pretty good. Did you ask your wife if you can have dealer's choice Saturday yet? I didn't. I need to talk to her and find out what our plans are for this weekend. I actually used one of my dealer's choice decks today to play Jeskai. So we were taking. I conceded there because my opponent was going to kill my Hushwing Gryff. And if they didn't kill my Hushwing Gryff, we were taking enough damage that they were going to attack in and kill us the following turn, chat. No, I think Leveler is just worse than having evasive threats. I think flying is very good in Modern. Also, excuse me. 5 mana is a lot more than 4 mana. The opponent's deck generally has enough creatures in play that the Edict from Blessed Alliance is not going to be good enough in this matchup, and gaining 4 is not particularly powerful. Yeah, I think one of the reasons why this deck could be pseudo-reasonable is because all of our Torpor payoffs are flying creatures. Yeah, Dusty's not particularly evasive in this matchup, but he is still pretty reasonable. That's terrifying. I'm gonna attack with this because they're not blocking. It's a free 2 points of damage. Eater, turn 3 Eater on the play here. With Dusty's to fly back up, we might be able to race this. Depends on what their draw looks like here, especially with like Dusty to ambush in combat next turn. Plating's kind of scary. Well, I mean, Eater races better than Dusty does. I don't think we're going to beat this Cranial Plating, though, unless we draw a... That's awesome. Cranial Plating can't attack in. God bless. Settle the Wreckage? Yeah. So attack for a good clean 10 ball here. Exalted. Don't want to miss my trigger from extra point of damage here. A 9/9 Frampler. Frample is a new keyword we've coined here today, and I am very pleased that Frample is a keyword that exists on this stream. Nothing pleases me more than the Frampling creatures that we have here today, chat. Of course Dust Elemental has Flash. This card wouldn't be playable if it didn't have Flash, chat. Come on. Come on now. Look at him. Look at that face. Doesn't that look like the face of someone who's quick? He's a quick boy. He's gonna get him. Gonna get him. Gonna get him. Gonna get you drunk, get you love drunk off Dusty's hump. His hump, his hump, his hump. His lovely lady lumps. Check him out. Yeah, I think they're dead. I'm pretty sure they're dead at the alpha, right? We need to not die to their attack, though, as well. They're out of cards, though, so everything they have is on the board. Oh, what are you doing? Phone call. Stop it. All right, I'm going to start by drawing a card here. Because we could hit Settle the Wreckage and just, like, clean these out, right? So I'm probably going to chump. I'm probably going to chump with the bird on the Signal Pest. I guess I could also eat this. It's only 5 more damage. Yeah, I'm actually just going to play Dusty and eat Memnite here. The long read Dusty pause. Yeah, gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. It's possible that cracking the Horizon Canopy there was wrong because maybe I wanted to eat this plus chump block this turn. It's definitely a thing that maybe wanted to happen. One Dusty boy. Remove the cranial plating. That does mean they get to trade with our Eater of Days, huh? Huh. If I attack with just Eater of Days, my opponent has to double block. Yeah, so I attack. How do I win? If I attack with both of these, they go block, trade, and take 5 from trample down to 3. This does not have trample, only this does. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's fear. So artifact creatures can block this. I'm going to attack with just Eater of Days because it forces my opponent to block with both Ornithopters here. And then they take 3 down to 5. And then I have 2 lethal Dust Elementals next turn potentially. Yes, I think this is their block here. So they take Eater off the table. And then they take 3 down to 5 and then go. Sure. And then they're actually just dead here, right? Because they can't block 2 Dust Elementals even if they leave all their creature lands back. Sweet. Yeah, I really tried at Qasali in the 75 would make this matchup much easier. I'm gonna put my Dusty boy into play so he can give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. This deck has been surprisingly competitive. Surprisingly competitive. Dusty has been doing work. What's the best card in Modern and why is it? Well, you see, Dusty's got a bunch of F keywords. You could say he's a little effed up. Opponent concedes. Just realizes that just this Dust Elemental is going to be good enough. I don't want the Sahali in this matchup just as a flying blocker. I kind of do. Yeah, I'm going to cut this Evolution and just put in another flying blocker. Don't say that our wizards will flip the Tron switch. All right, game 3, playing for 3-0 here. Bust Elemental. So this hand doesn't have a Torpor effect yet, but it's got Path and Settle the Wreckage, so I think it's definitely a keep here. What's Tron gonna do against Dusty? Dusty's just gonna look at Tron and be like, Tron, gonna give it to you. It's not one of our Torpor effects. We have a Dust Buster for that. Okay, I have a path for that one. Another path, sign me up. Get him out of here. Dust Elemental is good with Oketra's Monument and Spell Stutter Sprite. Those are certainly cards. I publish all of my videos for the day at the end of the stream. So the Jeskai video from earlier today will go up tonight after I'm done streaming. So probably about 4 hours from now. Cranial plating is very annoying. I guess we're only taking 4 here, so whatever. It's pretty good. God, that's gross. I think I just want to gain. It's like gain 5 here, basically. Well, this isn't going to do anything yet, chat. We need a Torpor effect. This is actually the first game in 3 matches where we've played a lot of games where we just haven't had a Torpor effect. So here's hoping they fire up one of these, equip the cranial plating, and crack in. Alright, God bless. No goes to Reno. It should just straight get rid of those. Usually don't have a second basic. Yep. Yep. I think I'm just going to go to 4 here. This was bound to happen at some point, right, chat? Nah, we're not beating a Galvanic Blast. So, kill me. Okay. That's unfortunate for us. I'm playing around the second one. No, there is not a reason not to activate Township and trade with Pest. Thank you for pointing that out. I just didn't think about it. Yeah, 10 out of 10 should have eaten that. We were dead to the blast anyways, but I definitely should have activated the Township there. Hey, Orbaduro, thank you very much for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that, because we're helping me continue to do what I do here every day. We're 2-1 with Dusty and the gang. Let's see if we can wrap the league up strong here. Bat 500, get our pennies back. Pennies back plus a chesty. Yeah, I think not having a Qasali in my sideboard's an oversight. And this Baloth is bad anyways. There should probably be a Qasali in the board. We 5-0'd with Sultai midrange last stream. Monday. We 5-0'd on Monday. Oh, Dusty. No acceleration, no torpor effect. Definitely a mulligan. Seems okay. I like to keep. Scry a land to the bottom. Hey, Andrew. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Thanks for dropping by. I hope your week gets better. Verdant Catacombs, huh? Whenever I'm supposed to just cycle that aggressively. It's possible that that's the case. He just doesn't really do anything. I mean, next turn I'll cycle it. Yeah, I think I should have just played the Canopy there, probably. We are, Jat. This deck's kind of sweet. Does neat things. Abzan, eh? Abzan into Tide Hollow Sculler. And I mean, I guess we're pathing this because we just get a path back, right? Well, I guess I could trade with it in combat later. Yeah, I'm a liar. Pathing it now is not worth giving them the mana early. Cashing this in now is bad against discard if we draw an expensive spell, but if I draw like a 1 or a 2, I'm pretty happy to cycle that aggressively. But we're not in the mid-range bracket yet, right? Okay, so they're playing Devoted Company. I guess that makes sense, having a Tide Hollow Sculler in the main to like tutor for. All right, we get to start townshipping here next turn, which is, you know, it's not great, but it's something, right? I'm not going to attack with this. I don't think they'd block, but I think leaving this back means they're not going to attack. So, like, attacking with the Avacyn's Pilgrim trades 1 point of damage for 2 points of damage on the backswing. say. I'm pretty sure I'd snap the trade on the Vizier if they offered it. The Angel, Shalai. That Angel seems pretty decent. We've got one of her on our board. Go grab a Temple Garden here. We died to Affinity. They had triple plating and we drew a bunch of our things without a Torpor Orb. Had like a bunch of our enablers and none of our payoffs, basically. We're getting Draw Step Company. Are we getting Sculler? They got more Scullers in their deck. Draw Step Company. Chord for 3 or chord for 2, so we're Draw Step Tide Hollowing. Okay. Township go. And you can see this is one of the reasons why this deck's kind of neat is the base green white does get to play Horizon Canopy and Township. So even though we're flooding here a little bit, we do still have some amount of action going on, right? So I have a little bit of stuff to be doing. Think I'm gonna trade with the Tidal Sculler here if they offer. That's really aggressive. Do you want to do this? Now I'm going to hold the bird for now, because next turn the bird will be big enough that they just can't attack in, right? So this trade saved me some damage and gets me a path back right now, and then next turn this bird plus the Gavony Light keeps their poopers at bay. It's a payoff for the Devoted Druid combo. It doesn't go infinite with Devoted Druid, but it's a payoff for when you have infinite mana. So it's the third card in your combo. So it is in fact part of the combo. Part of a combo. I don't know, however you want to phrase it. We did not win the last game against Affinity. Came up a little bit short. It costs 1 white mana in your green-white deck. Yeah, and it protects your combo pieces, right? So, like, if you go to cast it, they need to kill your druid in response because the druid's going to have hexproof while the angel's on the table. So, like, it's an okay body for the price you're paying for it, and it has okay stats. So I'm not playing the voice here because I really want to get my bird to a 2/3 on this board of 2/2s. So, like, if they attack with everything next turn, I'm going to block a Tide Hollow Sculler, path a Tide Hollow Sculler probably, take 4, take 2 of their things off the table. I think the format's already in a place where the 3/4 body is good as a body. Like, part of the reason Humans is a good deck in Modern is because Mantis Rider is a good card. Whereas Rowanus is a pretty mediocre card on its own. So crank this up to big enough. Path this here. So then we're going to 7 here, but I've got this like King Among Men is this 2/3 on this board full of 2/2s. And their Scullers are gone. I have another Eternal Witness. That would be really annoying if they do. God, could you imagine how good a Torpor Orb would have been this game? Could you imagine how good a Torpor Orb would have been this game? Just like they would have just had all these 2/1s and 2/2s. No, they're flooding out, which is good for us. I think I'm gonna path this and get my voice back here. I'm just happy we haven't drawn our payoff cards without a Torpor Orb yet, because, like, the fact that we haven't drawn a Torpor Orb is, like, annoying, but whatever. Like, it would be really frustrating if we just, like, drawn a bunch of payoffs without an orb. Yeah, they probably just think we're green-white value town. That's true. That's definitely what we look like, right? They're flooding a bit too here, and we have more utility lands than they do. Or at least we've drawn more utility lands than they have. Oh, I guess we also pathed them twice, so they haven't drawn that many lands, right? It's a third Eternal Witness. This is a company into a third Eternal Witness. All right, we're still doing pretty okay here. That's annoying. Although I guess the fact that they played that out while they don't have mana activated is pretty good for us. Let's get that up on out of here. I guess I should have played this last turn. Well, there's one of those payoffs I was talking about we hadn't quite drawn yet that we've now drawn. I think we're just going to die to mediocre beats here. So I'm taking 6 here, right? This is infinite combo and health and stuff like that. Maybe I could probably time them out here, but I honestly just don't think it's worth our time to do that. I think I'm gonna click submit. I know they beat us with mediocre beats that game, but I don't actually think Settle the Wreckage is that good here. Hey, MK Lane, thank you very much for the 100 bits. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the support. Oh. I just want the Angel as a flyer, maybe? I don't know, our evolutions seem okay. The Baloth just shouldn't be in my board. The idea for Baloth was that against burn, I'm going to occasionally have evolution and not have a Torpor Orb effect out, but that's just narrow. That should probably be the Qasali. Well, I mean, Mono Green Tron's a tier 1 deck, and 8 Rack's a tier 40 deck, so depends on how competitive you want to be, I suppose. Yeah, okay, well, I'll publish them tonight when we're done. So they'll be up about 3 hours from now. I guess this is a keep. Not super exciting, but fine. Sir 8 Rec is at least tier 29. Apologies. We're 2-1 in this league, JW. We lost a very close set against Affinity. Thank you very much. And I think if I would have built the board better and put Katakis in it, we probably would have beaten Affinity. This is going to be a real confusing Sculler, right? Hi, Eater of the Days. Yeah, sure. Maybe I should have mulliganed a hand that didn't have a Torpor Orb just because Torpor Orb is really good against the deck my opponent's playing. That's a possibility. Nah, I don't think so. I think without the Galv Blast, maybe it was winnable. But with them having Galv Blast in hand, we were pretty dead there. I'm just gonna path this. This is one of their combo pieces, technically. I'm just gonna take it out. There are 9 Torpor Orb effects in our deck. We got 4 orbs, 4 gryphs, and then 1 of the 2 mana guard or soldier or whatever it's called from one of the recent sets. Hey, Gregor. Thanks a lot for the Twitch Prime, bud. I appreciate that. Thank you. Do I just play a fair Dust Elemental here? Yeah, just another flying beater. Yeah, so I'm gonna attack for 3 here first to see if this gets through, but if they go to block this, I'm gonna bounce it to my hand here. Yeah, I think I just go like play Dusty, play Mana Dork, play Mana Dork. I think I just want to play Dusty here. Which is one of the reasons why Dust Elemental is sweet in this deck. Like, with all the mana creatures, we can do exactly what we're doing here, right? We can just, like, cast Dust Elemental as Richard Garfield intended it to be cast. And they could company into the combo here, so we could just lose the game. But I think just, like, doing this and getting pressure on the table is important. Yeah, you have a Walking Ballista. I mean, Dusty's lethal in 2, right? Oh, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Thanks, James. So they need a Vizier or a way to get Vizier and to pay off past that. So this is a chord for Vizier. Vizier, whatever you want to call it. However you want to pronounce this thing. All right, I'm gonna auto pass. Just let him do it. Show me a payoff. The Duskwatch recruiter is gone. I guess some of these decks play 2 recruiters, huh? Naked Eater of Days, best F6 value, right? Eternal Witness is lethal here because we could never draw. Hey, Torpor Orb. Please have nothing else. Please have nothing else. Please have nothing else. Dusty has fear, so this Birds of Paradise does not jump block him. He's very scary. So if you've got nothing, Dusty gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Oh, yeah. Give him that big dirty D. The Dust Elemental. Gotcha. Alrighty. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm just gonna run it back here. Just gonna run it back here. Dusty boy getting in the red zone. In Dust we trust. I love it. That's great. We have a path to exile. We have our combo. We have some birds. Hey, Metessen, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I know there's a lot of excellent people streaming on Twitch right now, and I appreciate you choosing to put that towards my channel this month. I want to draw a couple of lands now. I guess even if we miss on a land, we can like path plus second bird next turn. If they play Devoted Druid, I need to path them. Hey, Wasted Shamrocks. Thanks for the bits, James. Not Devoted Druid. Not Devoted Druid. Yes, Tide Hollows. Yes, that resolves. Land. 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 Land! Alright, Dusty. You're okay. I forgive you. You are the reason we have come so far in this league, so I'll allow you to be a dead draw. Big D Duster in the house. Crop dusting the opponent. How integral are drunk people to your streaming business model? I guess you'd have to ask Justin and Nivik if they drink while they watch. I think I'm just passing here. I think I'm just gonna upkeep this Gryff because I don't want them to collected company. They're pathing their own thing. All right, well, I'm gonna do this now so that way Anoronics, I assumed you didn't drink. You weren't drunk while you streamed. We've talked off stream. I haven't talked to Nivik that much. Are you drunk when you send bits, Anoronics? Is that what you're telling me? I am wasted and spilling damn bits. Don't ask me. Thanks, James. No health off your kitchen, Finks. Get him out of here. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah. You ready to gobble some days up, chat? Are you ready to gobble some days up? Hey, Project Swamp. Yeah. Gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Gobble, gobble. We hungry. The days are delicious and long, chat. The days are as delicious as they are long. Arr. So we've got 11 flying power right now. We are 2-1 in this league. We are in game 3 of this 4th match. I'm always in a good mood. I get to play Magic the Gathering and call it a job. My life is swell. And like, and we get to play a dank meme like this on top of it and do well. Just like everything's coming up Millhouse, right? Just why? The eater is hungry and he flies. So I really feel like you probably... Yum, yum. I shouldn't have played that. I should have left. Nah, playing it's probably fine. Down to 3. Your turn. Getting paid to cast Eater of Days. Yep. And they can go infinite with scrying, but they can't actually gain infinite health here, right? Because of the Hushwing Gryff. Yeah, if you turn the Noble Hierarchs into more Avacyn's Pilgrims and you cut the Horizon Canopies from the mana base, this deck is probably pretty close to pennies to build. Like, all of the doll hairs that this deck costs to build are 100% in the Noble Hierarchs and the Horizon Canopies. My Mr. Destructo didn't hit the bin. All right. We're 3-1, chat. Can we peg back-to-back 4-1s? We 4-1'd with just kinda Hiri. If we pegged another 4-1 in a row, I just wouldn't even know what's going on anymore. Just wouldn't even understand. We're supposed to 3-2 with all the modern decks, not 4-1s. So if you want to play this deck because it seems sweet, I like a lot of the slots that we're playing. The big thing that I would change in this deck is I would turn this Obstinate Baloth into a Qasali. The Blessed Alliances are probably kind of medium too. You could maybe make those other things, but I think most of the rest of the cards we're playing have a purpose. Hey, Jeff, is 500 bits equal to this butyl I'm supposed to pay in this stream? It's a good question. Is there a possibility that this deck could be a real thing with some tuning? Maybe. I mean, like, it's playing, like, okay Magic cards. Like, this card's really powerful. I don't know. It probably depends on, like, how good Torpor Orb is in the format, right? Like if you're expecting a lot of humans, the Torpor Orb deck's probably really funny. Oh, yeah, Selfless Spirit would probably be good. Yeah, I'd play Qasali over the Baloth, and I'd play 2 Selfless Spirits over the Blessed Alliance. Someone asked why Eldritch Evolution is here. Eldritch Evolution turns our mana dorks into Torpor Bird, and it turns... Oh, no. Oh, no. Another matchup where we wish we had a Qasali. That's so sad. Yeah, we're just not going to beat this. That deck's misbuilt. I'm just gonna pack it up. So, again, deck is sweet. I like the core of what we're doing here. Yeah, I'll let you play bullets in your sideboard too. So yeah, so I think if you wanted to play this deck, again, I like the main deck. I think it's pretty sweet. If you want to budget things, you could turn Noble Hierarchs into more Avacyn's Pilgrim. You could turn the last Noble Hierarch into a Land of War Elves, and then just cut the Horizon Canopies for cheaper lands. The Canopies are good, but they're fine. They're good, but they're expensive, right? And then I think the Blessed Alliances and this Baloth, I turned this into Qasali, and then probably 2 Selfless Spirits. Not completely unreasonable. Yep. All right, what are we doing next? I had a list. Someone just asked a second ago, do I have a creature toolbox decks that I favor? I actually do, and it's the deck that we're going to play next. Angel Cord is